So you decided you're done, or were you 100% done?
You don't know what Mike Tyson might come in there and do. You don't know if you got to protect your ears, your chin, your jaw. You don't know what he might do. So what you better do is get in shape and be prepared for whichever Mike shows up.
What happens when two of the most iconic boxers in history join forces in the gym? That's right. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. are back at it again. But this time, they're not in the ring as opponents. They're training together.
You fought against yourself and you won today.
Yes.
Look the way he reacts. Days like that make a lot of difference in life.
Yeah, the heavyweight titans are pairing up to help Mike gear up for his ultimate comeback against Jake Paul on November 15th.
Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Run for them life.
There's never been a night this big.
But with Roy Jones Jr. on Tyson's ringside, things just got way more exciting.
Well, one of his guys, Azim, calls McGee and tells McGee, my partner, to tell me to call. So I call Azim. Azim says, hey, Mike wants to do a comeback. He wants to do an exhibition.
First, let's talk about the two boxing legends we're dealing with here. On one side, we have Iron Mike Tyson, the man, the myth, the knockout machine who terrorized the heavyweight division in the late 80s and 90s. Tyson is known for his explosiveness, his aggressive style, and those devastating hooks that could end fights in seconds. He's the ultimate predator in the ring, right? Then, on the other side, there's Captain Hook, Roy Jones Jr. This guy is a master technician with lightning speed, crazy footwork, and a swagger that just screams, I own this ring. Roy was once considered unbeatable, and he climbed through multiple weight classes like it was nothing. Seriously, middleweight to heavyweight?
Ask him, Lord. Trying to turn back the clock one more time. Shit, mix it up, Roy. You ain't come here to play. It's your money.
Father time undefeated. These two way past their primes, but looking for
Get out of there, Roy. Get up in two.
And if you need a quick recap, yeah, they fought each other in 2020 in an exhibition match. Tyson was 54, Roy was 51. But even at that age, these legends put on a show that had everyone buzzing. It wasn't just for fun, it was personal for both of them. After all, they both love to fight, and the competitive fire never dies. But now, instead of facing off against each other, they're training side by side. Imagine the adrenaline in that gym, the mind games, the technique, the passion. So, what did Roy have to say after training with one of the most dangerous men to ever step foot in a boxing ring? Let's get into it.
I think it's a great fight, great marketing situation as well, because so many people want to see it because of the young lion and the old lion, you know? So it's a great situation for them, a great situation for fans, because it gives him an opportunity, it gives Jake a chance with Mike being as old as he is, you feel me? So I think it's a great opportunity for both fighters, but I still think Mike probably is going to be a little too much for the Jake.
Really? Because I've been hearing that people think Jake, being the young guy, may be too much for Mike. But
if he can get to the late rounds, yes. If he get to the round 4 or 5, maybe yeah. But he has to get out of the first 3 rounds.
Now you were in there with them, and I think you said after he still has his strength and his power.
Still got the power. That's why I say Jake has to get out of the first 3 rounds. Get past the first 3 rounds, he got a chance. But the first 3 rounds are going to be devastating.
And if Mike catches them with one shot, is it?
It's over. It's over. If he throws them, yeah.
Roy Jones Jr. didn't just show up to train with Mike Tyson for fun. This was serious business. According to Roy, when Mike invited him to the gym, it wasn't just for a couple of light workouts. Nope, Tyson had a mission in mind. He wanted to know if he still had that killer instinct that made him the most feared heavyweight on the planet back in the day.
I noticed my trainers would tell me we're slipping and hooking. So it'll be slip, because usually I come in that slip and I get in there, and that's the hardest part, is getting in there, and I never threw the punch. And so we're practicing like a slip, so you're in there, instantaneously, bing, throw the punch. And I did, I was successful.
Mike's been training hard for his upcoming fight against Jake Paul, and before stepping back into the ring, he wanted to test himself against someone who could give him the ultimate stamp of approval. Who better than Roy Jones Jr.? These guys have gone to war before, so if anyone's going to know whether Mike still got that fire, it's Roy.
The former middleweight world champion, former super middleweight world champion, three-time light heavyweight world champion, and former heavyweight champion of the world, future Hall of Fame legend, Roy Jones Jr.
And guess what? Roy was blown away. He didn't hold back when talking about Mike's condition. According to Roy, Tyson is still that hungry animal who ruled the heavyweight division. Roy said, age hasn't touched this guy. He's still got it all. The power, the explosiveness, the drive. Mike is a beast, no doubt about it. Roy was especially impressed with how sharp Mike looked, despite all the years and the health scares Tyson's faced recently. We all know Mike's been through it this year with some serious health concerns. But Roy was there to see firsthand if those setbacks had taken anything away from Mike's game. Spoiler alert, they haven't.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
In fact, Roy shared that when Mike first invited him to train, he wasn't entirely sure what to expect. Was Tyson still the same powerhouse, or had time finally caught up with him? Well, after just a few rounds in the gym, Roy's doubts were completely erased. He's still the same Mike I faced in 2020, Roy said, grinning. Maybe even better.
Yes, sir, that's the one.
Mike's explosive power is still there. He can fire off those trademark hooks like a freight train coming at you. The moment Mike started throwing punches, Roy knew he wasn't dealing with some retired boxer trying to relive his glory days. Tyson's power is real. It's raw. And according to Roy, it's just as deadly as it was back in the 90s. Roy even got in the ring with Mike for a friendly sparring session. And the feedback he gave after that was everything we needed to hear. In Roy's words, Mike's not just hanging in there, he's still a threat to anyone who steps in that ring with him. That includes Jake Paul, who's about to find out exactly what it means to face a fighter with Tyson's pedigree.
And it's the same reason I'm going in with him right now, because he's explosive, entertaining, and you never know what he's gonna do.
And let's break down the technical side of what Roy saw in that sparring session, because this is where things get crazy. Tyson's power has always been legendary, but what surprised Roy the most was how well Mike's technique has held up. You know how Tyson's style is built around that peekaboo defense, right? Well, even at this age, Mike's slipping punches, closing the distance, and firing off brutal combinations just like the old days. Roy explained that Mike's ability to control the distance was still elite. That bobbing and weaving technique Tyson used to dominate the heavyweight division, it's still on point. His head movement is slick, making it nearly impossible for an opponent to land clean shots. And once Tyson gets inside, it's game over. That explosive power comes through in those short hooks and uppercuts, which Roy said are still as sharp as ever.
5.
Roy was also impressed by Tyson's footwork. You wouldn't expect a guy of Mike's size to move so quickly, especially at 58, but Tyson's footwork is still one of the most dangerous weapons in his arsenal. He's constantly closing the gap, putting himself in position to land those devastating body shots that leave opponents gasping for air. And trust me, Roy felt those body shots. According to him, Mike hits you in the body, and it feels like you're getting hit by a truck.
Hey Roy, how do you feel, man?
Feeling good. I mean, I feel good. Just jaw a little sore.
Yeah?
Ribs a little sore. Knee a little sore, but my knee was sore before I went in there, so the rest of it is all good, you know?
You showed really good movement, man.
Yeah, I got good movement. Still just getting old sucks, you know? It's all good. Yeah.
You fought just 3 years ago. What's changed?
Just 3 more years of age, you know? The older you get, the worse these knees get, so.
How did Mike feel in this time?
Big and strong as hell.
All right, guys.
Hello? All right, guys. Tom.
But let's not forget the mental side of things. Tyson's aggression is still there, but it's more controlled now. Roy noted how Mike's mindset has evolved over the years. He's no longer the wild, reckless force he once was. Tyson's approach is more tactical, more calculated. Roy called it a thinking man's aggression. It's like Mike's learned how to weaponize his fury, using it at just the right moments to catch opponents off guard. That's what makes him so dangerous in the ring today. He's still got that beast mode, but now he knows when to unleash it.
Day 2, we're getting ready for you.
And just because Roy's Tyson's sparring partner doesn't mean he went easy on him. Roy said, "I gave Mike everything I had in that sparring session, but the man didn't flinch. He's still as tough as they come." Roy threw his signature lightning-fast combos, but Mike's defense was on lock. Tyson's reflexes might not be what they were when he was 20, but according to Roy, they're still crazy fast for a guy pushing 60. And that's what sets Mike apart from pretty much everyone else in the game. After sparring with Tyson, Roy gave him the green light. He told Mike straight up that he's still every bit the fighter who dominated the heavyweight division. "Mike's ready," Roy said with confidence. Jake better be prepared because Mike's coming in strong.
I think Mike's gonna be strong, fast, and comes out like a bull. And I'm gonna have to weather the storm, outbox him.
Off this, yeah, let the right hand go.
Roy even pointed out that while Jake Paul has been making headlines with his influencer boxing career, stepping into the ring with Tyson is a completely different challenge. Roy warned Jake that Mike's power is something you can't prepare for in normal training camps. "You don't just train for Tyson," Roy said. "You survive him, but even beyond the punches. It's Mike's mindset that Roy says will give him the edge." Roy saw that hunger, that desire to prove himself all over again. Tyson's not stepping back into the ring just for the spotlight. He's there to show the world that the baddest man on the planet still exists. And Roy's giving us the inside scoop that Mike is ready to make another statement. Roy couldn't stop talking about how fired up Tyson is for this next chapter. "Mike's out for blood," he said with a grin. "The man's still got that fire. Jake better be ready because Mike's coming with everything he's got."
What was it, 225, 228?
What do you mean?
Big chest. 1, there we go. 2, 3, 4, good work. 8, 4 more. 9, 10, 2 more, Mike. 11, and 12. Good set. First time we've done that.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was.
Tyson is training like he's some newbie gearing up for his very first fight. Seriously, Roy Jones Jr. couldn't believe it. It's like Mike's got something to prove, as if he needs to show the world he's still that same animal who dominated the ring decades ago. But Roy? He doesn't even think Mike has to go this hard. Especially not for a fight against Jake Paul. Let's be real. Roy knows Mike has everything in his toolkit already to handle this. From his power punches to his iron will, Tyson's still got it. And in Roy's eyes, he's training like he's prepping for another title run, when in reality, Jake Paul isn't even in the same league. Roy's out here like, Mike, you don't even have to break a sweat for this one.
Yeah, and then what you do, let the mother punches go.
Mike Tyson has a certain style that says, oh, that's Mike Tyson. If I was to go ask anybody on the street, show me the way Mike Tyson moves, they will all do the same thing. You know, get low to keep the hands tight, and they go from, you know, one way.
Short, small movements. He's off the center.
But even if Roy believes Mike's got it in the bag, this fight has the entire world buzzing. I mean, come on. It's Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, the biggest fight of the year. Forget about the Super Bowl, forget about the NBA Finals. This fight has everyone talking. Tickets are selling like hotcakes, and fans are going wild trying to snag seats. Some of these tickets are going for insane prices. But that hasn't stopped die-hard Tyson fans or Jake's influencer crowd from showing up in full force.
He's strong, fast, and comes out like a bull. And I'm gonna have to weather the storm, outbox him.
Off this, yeah, I the right hand go.
I think he's gonna get clipped because he has a lot of openings for me to land some big shots.
There you go, man. Feel your legs, and then what you do, let the mother punches go.
Mike Tyson has a certain style that says, oh, that's Mike Tyson. If I was to go ask anybody...
And let's not even get started on the betting scene. People are placing big money on this fight, with bets flying left and right. Everyone wants a piece of the action. Some think Jake might pull off an upset with his youth and YouTube hustle, while others are doubling down on Tyson to absolutely crush him. Either way, it's shaping up to be one of the most hyped-up events we've seen in years. Now, while Tyson's over here working like a machine, Jake Paul, well, let's just say he's staying true to his antics. On the one hand, you've got Mike out here, training like his life depends on it, and on the other, you've got Jake making fake workout videos. Yeah, you heard me, fake. Jake's more focused on creating viral content than actually prepping for the fight.
Gary, is there anything on this table that you think all? Maybe I'll honestly do the draw. No, you don't. I have to do the draw. So then I mean, I could feel those times too. No, you couldn't.
He's been posting clips of himself lifting massive weights, except it's all for show. In one of these videos, he's supposedly lifting 500 pounds. But if you look closely, the bar isn't even bending. Spoiler alert, those weights are fake. Like, seriously, who does that? Instead of getting real with his training, Jake's just out here trolling his fans and keeping up the gimmicks that got him famous in the first place. Roy Jones Jr. is watching all this unfold, and he's straight up concerned for Jake. I mean, how are you going to step into the ring with Mike Tyson and not take it seriously? Sure, Jake's made his name in the influencer boxing scene, but this is a whole different level. This isn't another TikTok star he's facing. This is Iron Mike. And if Jake doesn't up his game and put in some real work, he's going to be in for the fight of his life.
Mike ain't doing this! How much do you want? Mike ain't doing this, baby! Tyson doesn't stand a fucking chance!
Roy knows what it takes to go up against a legend like Tyson, and he's worried Jake might be walking into the ring completely unprepared, thinking he can just wing it and come out on top.
Gary, is there anything on this table that you think all? Maybe I'll honestly do the draw. No, you don't. I have to do the draw. So then I mean, I could feel those times too. No, you couldn't.
At the end of the day, Jake's got to realize that this fight is no joke. It's not just about the payday, the clout, or making viral content. He's stepping into the ring with one of the most feared boxers in history. And unless he starts taking his training seriously, this fight could turn ugly for him real quick. Roy's seen it before. Fighters who think they're invincible until they step into the ring with a real warrior and get a rude awakening. Let's hope Jake snaps out of his trolling mindset and starts focusing on the one thing that actually matters: surviving that ring with Mike Tyson.
More weight equals more power. I'm coming for you, Tyson. Ah!
Oh, that was terrible.
Derek, what the fuck?
That's not my fault. That's not my. You hit me.
Download better and play better picks. Now I need a new Ferrari.
So there you have it, folks. Roy Jones Jr. is back in the gym with Iron Mike, and it's clear these two legends are still pushing boundaries. Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another update from the world of boxing.